The Nigerian media's bias in Nnamdi Kanu'S trial is a national disgrace. The Directorate of Legal Affairs, Research and Global Communications condemns in the strongest terms the calculated and cowardly silence of the Nigerian press in refusing to report the brilliant, fact-based and legally devastating arguments presented on Friday in open court by Chief Kanu Agabi, SAN, in defense of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. While Agabi's submission anchored on the glaring lack of evidence, due process violations and fundamental constitutional protections, laid bare the hollowness of the federal government's case. The media instead chose to regurgitate sensational and unfounded propaganda spewed by the prosecution. This is not journalism. This is complicity in injustice. Questions Nigerian journalists refuse to ask. We ask our so-called journalists, where is the list of the over 170 security officers the FG claims were killed as a result of Mazi Kanu's broadcasts? Who are the families of these alleged victims? Why have they not testified in court? Which individual has claimed under oath that they heard Mazi Kanu and then committed violence as a result of his broadcasts? Who issued the unsigned, unauthenticated death certificates the DSS tried to smuggle into evidence? Where is the forensic pathologist or investigator linking any death to IPOB or Mazi Kanu? None exists. Not one person has testified in court that their loved one was killed due to Mazi Kanu. Not one. The entire case is a fabrication built on hearsay, anonymous security memos, and doctored DSS exhibits. And yet the press remains mute. Agabi spoke first. Why did you only hear Awamalo? Chief Kanu Agabi SAN, former Attorney General of the Federation, addressed the court first today. His submission was clear, authoritative, and rooted in law and reason. He exposed the government's case for what it is, empty noise. Why then did the media houses all pretend that only the prosecution spoke? Why was there total silence on Agabi's fundamental arguments that self-determination is not a crime? No Nigerian law criminalizes calling for Biafra. Free speech, even harsh or fiery speech, is not terrorism. No evidence links Mazi Kanu's utterances to violence. No lawful investigation was conducted under the Terrorism Prevention Act. Instead, the media gave uncritical oxygen to laughable claims that because Mazi Kanu said, "The world will stand still," Nigeria must imprison him. Since when did hyperbole become terrorism? If so, when will government officials who have made similar or worse threats be charged? This is why Biafra agitation persists. The shameless media bias in this case is not just irresponsible, it is dangerous. It proves what IPOB has long maintained, that Nigeria is a place where truth is suppressed, and injustice is not only normalized but celebrated. This is why the people of Biafra seek to leave a system that tramples on justice, mocks due process, and deploys its media as a weapon of political warfare. When courts become theaters of spectacle, and the press becomes a ministry of propaganda, the people will look elsewhere for justice. That is what is happening. Our challenge to the media. We dare every media house in Nigeria to publish verbatim what Kanu Agabi SAN told the court today. We challenge you to report that all 5 prosecution witnesses were DSS agents, that none of them tendered direct evidence of violence caused by Mazi Kanu, that the evidence they submitted consisted of unsigned, unauthenticated documents, that no victim, no investigator, no family member, no forensic expert testified in support of the government's claims. You claim to report facts. Then do it. Publish Agabi's submission in full. Conclusion. Propaganda is not proof. Let the world take note. What is happening in Abuja is not a fair trial, but a trial by media distortion and government fiction. We remind all Nigerians and the international community. Well-scripted propaganda cannot replace facts, evidence, or the rule of law. The federal government's case against Nnamdi Kanu is legally unsustainable, morally bankrupt, and politically vindictive. Let the media do their job, or history will remember them as enablers of tyranny. Signed, Onyedikachi Ifedi, ESQ, for Directorate of Legal Affairs, Research and Global Communications. Indigenous People of Biafra IPOB. Stay tuned for more updates. Stay safe and have a blessed day.